Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think that Chillie is a liar? Do you think he is mistaken? Or do you think he's honest? Liar, mistaken, or honest? On any given issue. Generally speaking. What do you think? Liar, mistaken, or honest? Now keep that answer in your mind. Keep that answer in your mind. A lot of people are very concerned about this unknown, unnamed, alleged man who's looking for Blue Bacon to allegedly do Blue Bacon harm. And a lot of people are taking this as though it were gospel. Why is that? I'll tell you why. It's convenient for their narrative. If it was inconvenient for their narrative, they would press X to doubt as soon as possible. Let me say that I don't like Chillie. I don't necessarily dislike him either, but I don't like Chillie. I'm somewhat ambivalent about him, I would guess. I agree with him on Terry v. Ohio. I think it's a terrible decision, and I think it's led to a lot of issues in the United States. I don't think it's necessarily a racial issue like Chillie does, but I don't like it. And you can disagree with me. Now, with that said, I would, if Blue Bacon was seeking a harassment order, a civil harassment restraining order in California, I would volunteer to represent Chillie in it. Why? It's just because you hate Blue Bacon. No, it's because it's a shit civil harassment restraining order. Just like I would have volunteered to represent Kate if Kate had been targeted by Chillie's civil harassment restraining order in California and I was able to represent her, I would have done it for free. I mean, assuming I could do it without like having to go to LA or some shit like that. I mean, if it's somewhat local, I would love to do it for free because it's a shit civil harassment restraining order. Blue Bacon's civil harassment restraining order is shit. Now, I'm not saying that he won't get it, the actual restraining order after hearing. I'm not saying he won't get it, but if Chillie has a competent attorney, I would suggest that there's a high probability that Blue Bacon won't get it. I've had the pleasure of doing quite a few civil harassment restraining orders, and before the COVID restrictions hit, there were basically enormous groups of people packed into courtrooms, all seeking civil harassment restraining orders. Like Sacramento had in their downtown 9th Street location, they've got one enormous room dedicated to civil harassment restraining orders, and it's full all the time, just full of people seeking civil harassment restraining orders. And one of the things that is it's not unheard of, I should say, is where two young bucks will get into a penis measuring contest and call each other out. And to the surprise of the less dominant male, the more dominant male will accept. And all of a sudden, the less dominant male is going to run to cry to mommy government to get safety and security from the more dominant male. And that is, in my estimation, well, first of all, normally the court will see through that and be like, look, dude, you can't challenge other people to fights or anything like that. And then all of a sudden get scared when they accept. It doesn't work that way. You can't do that. You can't do that. I've seen that more than once. I've seen it multiple times. And my understanding is that Blue Bacon was, number one, challenging Chillie to determine his identity. Challenge accepted, and apparently it was fairly successful. Blue Bacon, I guess, accepted the challenge of Chillie to meet and fight. That was that post. You pick the date and location in Seattle, and I'll meet you there with no camera. That was an acceptance of an offer for fisticuffs. And a court's going to see that. Like, you can't pick a fight and then run to the government and get a civil harassment restraining order. That's not a good thing. That's somewhat frowned upon in the courts. So I would, if I were Chillie, I would point all that stuff out. Obviously, I'm not representing Chillie. I can't represent Chillie. So Chillie, don't think about hitting me up to represent you on this. I am not licensed to practice in California, and I can't help you on a case in Washington. I mean, if you get an attorney, I could associate with that attorney, and that attorney can like represent you, and I could do some footwork or whatever. And if you want to do that, cool. I'll help out. I have no problem with that. And it's not because I like you, and it's not because I dislike Blue Bacon. It's because it's a shit civil harassment restraining order that Blue Bacon's getting. And I just can't, it just baffles me. It just baffles me that the same community that was just so certain that the civil harassment restraining orders against Kate were so terrible, and that Chillie was such a terrible person for getting them, and he's scared of a woman and this and that, is all of a sudden like, whoo, we need to support Blue Bacon because this guy with no criminal history, allegedly told some unnamed person who allegedly, but we don't know, has some axe to grind with Blue Bacon, and who theoretically could go up and kick Blue Bacon's ass. Could. Hasn't, but could. I mean, time's ticking there, son. Like, it hasn't happened yet. Your fears were obviously unfounded. Grow up, dude. Anyway, I have a feeling that the judge is going to see this as an internet spat where Blue Bacon bitched out. I have a sneaking suspicion that will happen unless Chillie fucks it up for himself, which is not outside of the realm of possibility, I assure you. The dude is he likes to stick his foot in his mouth in a courtroom. He has no fucking idea what to say or how to say it. That's why God invented lawyers, or Satan invented lawyers, whichever. I mean, probably Satan, honestly. We're terrible people, and we do terrible things. We're bloodsuckers. Chillie's not wrong. We're terrible. We're a terrible class of professionals, but we have our use. We're like bacteria, I guess. We're useful in the right places doing the right things, but when we get in the wrong places doing the wrong things, boy, are we a problem. Anyway, so I think the civil harassment restraining order is shit, and I think it's going to fall apart if Chillie acquires representation on it. Now, of course, he has to get served, and all of Blue Bacon's, we're a PI firm, we can serve you. Good luck, dude. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but I don't think that Blue Bacon is as connected as he tries to pretend. Blue Bacon loves the half-truth. He loves the half-truth. I can't say anything. But let's just say that all the people in my comment section are like, he did exactly what you said he should do. You need to go back and rewatch the video on what I said he should do, because he didn't. He didn't do pretty much a damn thing of what I said he should do. But that's fine. He's his own man. He's almost full grown. He's almost a full grown man. So he can make his own decisions, and he could follow his own path. As far as any charges that he thinks that Blue Bacon thinks he's going to get to stick against Chillie, I am again pressing X to doubt. Now, it's not outside of the realm of possibility. There is a probability, not a good probability, but there is a probability, less than 50%, but a probability nonetheless, that he could convince someone to press charges. Could. The odds of getting a conviction are minuscule for anything that I could think of. I don't think he did any true threats. If this does go to court on a criminal case, the context of everything that everybody likes to strip away Everybody likes to strip away all the context, all the back and forth about Chillie is gonna sue Blue Bacon. From the get-go, Chillie was gonna sue Blue Bacon, and Blue Bacon was challenging Chillie to find his identity so that he could be sued. And now all of a sudden Chillie finds his identity. Oh, but the unknown man. Yeah, I know about him, but that's all bullshit. I don't know why you keep bringing this to me. Like, you come to me for legal advice, but then when I don't give you the legal advice you want, all of a sudden I don't know shit about shit. Crazy. Fucking crazy. I really like your legal analysis about Chillie, but I think you're just dead wrong about Blue Bacon. Okay, dude. What you're trying to say is you like what I say about Chillie, but you don't like what I say about Blue Bacon. And that's fine. You don't have to like what I say. You don't have to watch. You go into my comments. I have people sending me emails. I'm unsubscribing from you because you're mean to Blue Bacon. Unsubscribe. Okay, dude. Whatever. I'm not monetized. I don't care. The only time I ever asked for subs, the only time I tried to get over a certain amount is I needed over 4,000 for Chillie to sue me. And I got there and he didn't sue me. So I'll talk to an empty room. I don't freaking care, dude. If you can't handle the truth. If you can't handle it, like, no one's making you watch. I remember everybody gathering around Virgo Triad. Anybody else remember that? That was good times. She's a good person. She's on our side. Why are you trying to undermine our side? Nobody's perfect. No, I'm not perfect, I never claimed to be perfect. But I also don't claim to be things I'm not. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.